Just going to give a little recap of the county council meeting for tonight, May the 21st, 2019. We had some resolutions at the beginning of the meeting, at 6 o'clock meeting. One of them was to recognize and honor Mount Lebanon Elementary School as 2018 National Blue Ribbon School. That was definitely an honor, being able to recognize that group of individuals. And it's always great to see schools that really the spotlight shines on in our local communities. So Brett Sanders, one of the council members, was able to present that tonight and recognize that group of individuals. We also had a resolution to honor and recognize South Carolina State Guard. A lot of people don't know what that program is, but basically it's a completely volunteer group that literally, as far as anytime we have any major disasters, hurricanes, flooding, anything like that in local communities, they are activated. And I think Ms. Stringer had mentioned tonight that they logged over 90-something thousand hours this past year. So it's definitely a great group that gets out there, and normally it's a time of need for the local communities. And I mean, they'll get together and go to wherever the need is, and literally volunteer their time. So it's a great program, and it's definitely a privilege to recognize that group tonight. A couple of things that came up tonight. One of the things that we seem to be getting a good bit of here lately is solar farms. We had a third reading on fee and lieu tax agreement between Anderson County and Bluebird Solar LLC. And one thing to, I guess, remember on this here is basically it's some property. Normally it's going to be farmland or whatever that's being developed. And just for an example, 2019, the estimated taxes on that piece of property was $61. 2021, with it being developed as a solar farm, the estimated tax on it will be $17,500. So it truly brings some good back into the community, brings some revenue back into the county. Other opportunities as far as putting things back in the community. It doesn't create a lot of traffic flow. It doesn't create any type of pollution or anything like that. I mean, it's basically things that's put in fields, some technology that brings power back into the communities, and it's a way for the property owners to actually generate some income and revenue for the property. So it's great to see that pass on the third reading tonight as well. Another thing that I was very passionate about, Anderson County, we've got a lot of properties that I guess in a sense we maintain them, and naturally, like our courthouses, our county building, the county annex, naturally we use those buildings, and citizens truly get some value out of it. Occasionally we have properties that there's just no value back to the citizens. One in particular we had was a piece of property in the city of Belton. It's basically a small, at one time it was a little insurance company that the county had acquired over the years. Recently we had a hair salon in there that was literally renting space from us, and the amount was like $300 a month, and to say there's some value in that, just in the liability and the maintenance and the upkeep of that building, there's no way we could justify, as far as $3,600 a month income, to expect that we're going to be able to maintain that property for that over a long period of time. With that being said, the city of Belton had approached us about possibly receiving that property, where they could basically utilize it in their community as when they have the local festival, as far as Standpipe Festival, they could utilize it as a kind of a cool down station, a contact point for the local police department. The police department could also utilize it as far as doing reports and whatnot. And they're hoping to possibly even move the farmers market to that location in the near future. So there's some growth opportunities for them. And when you truly look at the value of the building and the opportunity of us giving back to the local communities, it definitely far outweighed what we could possibly have gotten for the building as far as selling it, by giving it back to the city of Belton and giving them opportunity to grow with it and truly get something back naturally for their citizens.
I know we always talk about that. The county is always trying to work hand in glove with the municipalities to make sure we're all moving the same direction.
That's exactly right. And a lot of times people have some mentality on the municipality level, that they have their tax base, and they maintain their own per se. And really, that's the furthest thing from the truth, because they're just as much as part of the county that they're involved in as the non-developed areas. And with that being said, I mean, we have to continue to support the local municipalities, and I mean it truly is where the main attractions are in the county. Whether you're looking at Anderson City or your local smaller municipalities, I mean it's where a lot of things is actually taking place. So I mean we definitely want to continue to support the municipalities and try to make them successful as well. Because in the return, I think it's going to continue making Anderson County as successful as well. Going on just a couple other things, we had an ordinance to amend County Industrial Park. This is basically an agreement we have with Anderson County and Greenville County, and there's several different agreements. And basically, what it amounts to is business development parks. And today it might benefit Greenville County, tomorrow it might benefit Anderson County. But we partner together along with other counties that's borders with our county, and this is a common practice throughout the state. And basically, it just gives an opportunity for partnerships to build and grow, and basically kind of help each other grow and succeed and be successful in the communities. That passed on the second reading, and we'll have the following reading on that next month. One of the new things we had on the first reading tonight, we done a kind of cleaning up some paperwork on Code of Ordinance on 55-38. This was basically, it pertains to retiree insurance. And before people gets upset as far as any type of changes or any type of benefits being cut, that's the furthest thing from the truth. Basically what this does, with us going to the insurance system that we just currently switched with, which all the retirees are members of that as well, with that being said, basically it gives them an opportunity, and this here kind of cleans up the paperwork as far as some of the wording to basically adapt to the new insurance plan that we actually carry. So I mean, it in a sense, it really protects the retirees that still has the insurance through the county. As far as one of the other things we went to, we discussed the summer adjustments for the sewer ordinance. Basically, on a sewer bill, the summer adjustment, in the event you have a pool, you can basically get a kind of reprieve from basically the sewer bill. Because in a sense, I mean, say you're putting 4,000 gallons of water in your pool, well, naturally that's not going to the sewer system, so we're not paying for it as a county to treat that sewer. So why should we charge the customers on it? But the problem we've ran into is your local water departments. Basically, in order for us to, I guess, hold a customer accountable on a sewer bill, we almost got to put that sewer and water bill together. And in a sense, the local water companies just basically chose not to do the billing if we allowed a summer adjustment on it. So what we've done is we're looking at redoing the ordinance on that, basically so we can start back billing through the local water companies. But in doing so, we're going to put some verbiage in there for if you have a pool. Basically, we're going to allow one time a summer or whatever where you can kind of get the forgiveness on that. So in a sense, we're still going to allow it on that note. But the biggest effect it will have to the citizens, if you do a lot of irrigation as far as watering your lawn, watering your flowers or whatnot, it would definitely be your best interest to go and get a local meter specifically for that purpose with your local water company. And it is a fee there, but I mean, if you look at the true savings with the reduction in your bill, as far as the sewer bill and whatnot on that, you're truly going to save money, and it's going to pay for itself after a period of time. So in a sense, it's going to put some burden on if you do a lot of irrigation as far as with your water system. But with that being said, the key there is to go out and get the different meter for that.
And the counties had to pick up the slack and lost money because people weren't.
Well, the thing is with the local water companies choosing not to bill for our sewer bills, basically we have to turn around and bill for them. And naturally, if we have no control on the water, there's nothing for us to go out and cut off. So basically, we've basically got stuck with sewer bills that we've had to pay to treat. Regardless, that bill still comes due. But when we pass that on to our customers and they choose not to pay, then basically all the taxpayers in the county ends up having to eat that cost. And in a nutshell, it ends up costing everyone. So we're trying to do something that's more fair across the board and kind of get us a handle as far as how we can build that sewer bill. One of the other things that I feel was very important that we moved forward with tonight was we done a bid approval on a asbestos abatement for McCants, the east wing. For the ones of you who don't know, the old McCants, we've got several things that's in that as far as the front section of McCants that's utilizing that property. However, if you go down to the side of it, there's one wing that was tore down, I guess this past year. I think that the school district had still owned, and basically there's another wing that we as a county owns. And basically, in a nutshell, our insurance company has came to us on several occasions and told us we're going to drop your insurance coverage if you do not take care of this liability. And it is truly a liability. I've toured that facility, and it is not in good shape. Whether it's kids just roaming around or whatever, if someone gets in that facility and got hurt, naturally the liability would fall back on the county. So we are moving forward with tearing that down. The sad thing about it is asbestos is expensive. And I think the bid come in, I won't say it's like $255,000. That's a tremendous amount of money. However, we were originally looking at $500-something thousand to do the complete job. We have chose to try to do the actual demolition of the property and the disposal of the debris, basically with county employees, whether it's on rainy days or days that we're caught up on other things. So hopefully we're going to put some savings back on the citizens on that end. But it's definitely something that needs to be done, and definitely supportive of full council on that. Going on down the list, we had Planning and Public Works Committee. Chairman Wilson, she came back with a report on that. There's multiple items that was brought before full council with the Planning and Public Works recommendation that we move forward with approving as far as capital expenses, capital requests. We voted a lot on that stuff tonight and approved all. I think we pretty much approved a majority, if not all of it. The only thing that I want to make sure citizens is aware of on that capital projects, even though we approve it as a budget, when it comes up for that money to be spent or for that item to be purchased, it still has to come back. And normally these items here are associated with a different committee. If it's law enforcement or something of that nature, it might come back up under public safety. If it's vehicles or computer equipment, it might come back up under Planning and Public Works. It's different committees that kind of oversees that, but it would still have to come back for a final approval and recommendation back to full council even on that.
So when you do the final budget, it's got to be approved?
It still has to be approved, and with the capital expenses, it would still come back full council at a later date when we get ready to actually spend that. One of the other things that was great news to hear tonight, we did go in an executive session, discuss a couple items. Basically, there's kind of a corner lot up at the Civic Center, and honestly, it's probably not a whole lot of value to someone else, but with it being right beside the Civic Center and joining our property as a county, naturally, we were really excited when we found out that the actual current owners are willing to donate that to the county. So I mean, definitely commend them for taking that unselfish act and giving it to the county, and hopefully we'll see some type of development and use in that in the future. So definitely glad that took place, and we did vote to accept that tonight, and I'm sure our county attorney will move forward as far as getting that to take place.
Now you're talking about executive session. It's going to be probably have to be sooner rather than later, where you're going to talk more about the courthouse square property.
Yeah, we did get a brief update on that tonight, and nothing has been decided on that property, and basically what was brought for council as far as an executive session was just some ideas and things as far as what could possibly be expected in the near future. I do foresee in the near future that we will have some reporting given on that, and we will be making some decisions as far as what direction we will be going. With that being said, I mean, we'll continue hopefully to get some great ideas as far as how this is going to be developed and how it's going to impact downtown and also our county, because it's definitely a prime piece of property. And I know myself as a county council member, I'm just honored to even have this opportunity, because this is not something that's going to come and go over the next year or two. I mean, we're talking about literally impacting just downtown itself for the next 100 years or more.
It's historic.
So I mean, it's truly it's one of the things we got to make sure we get it right. And there's, like I said, there's a lot of discussion on different options. So I'm definitely excited to see what type of plans is brought to us and what type of opportunities we truly have.
And now we're winding down on the budget, so if people are interested in their county and how it works and how they're spending the money, they need to get involved now.
I would encourage any of you to get involved with any of your local county council members. This is definitely our busiest time of the year. We meet, most council members takes it upon themselves to meet with just about every department head and kind of, I guess, get some assurance on their end. Are we being fiscally responsible with the tax dollars? Can we cut something here? Can we cut something there? Is the request that you're presenting to the council, is it justified? So I mean, there's a lot of homework done on an individual basis from all of our council members, and I'm definitely proud to see that take place, because I think it's very much part of our job. I know there's been a lot of discussion on the road fee. I know I've got quite a few calls after a meeting we had a few weeks ago concerning the road fee. We have not brought anything before council as far as asking for approval, making a motion to move forward with that. That was nothing more than a mere discussion. Will we move toward that one day? I don't know. I mean, I think somehow we're going to have to eventually figure out a way where we're funding our roads as far as the maintenance and upkeep. And what a lot of people does not understand, we have state roads, we have county roads, we have municipality roads, and actually there's private roads throughout the county. So just because you hit a pothole does not mean Anderson County's not doing their job, don't mean South Carolina's not doing their job, or your local municipality's not. It really depends on what that road is. And even myself as a council member, I get calls. I had to take care of an issue we had this past week in my district, and it ended up being a state road. And I mean, we make some phone calls, and the state takes care of it and tries to get out there and repair it and make any type of repairs that's necessary. And I definitely encourage all citizens to get involved, especially this time of year. It's a great time to hold us as council members accountable, because I know I am. I'm here to represent my district. It's not always what I want to do. It's not always what I think should be done. At the end of the day, I've got to try to vote on what my district is truly wanting, and what representation is that vote going to be for them. A lot of times we have information that is not necessarily passed out with everybody. Again, I encourage people's involvement. A lot of times, if you just come to some of the local meetings, you'll be made aware of a lot of information that's not necessarily kept from people, but it's just not published. And if that's the case, I mean, if you come to the meeting, you can get a lot of information. That way, you know why we're voting on some of the things we vote on.